Welcome back, traders, to my market outlook on index futures for the week of January 11th. Now, before we get started, I have a quick announcement. I will be out of the country on vacation for the next couple of weeks, so I will be slowed down on the ICT videos, and I may have trouble with the market outlook, but I'll do my best to try and get something out there for you guys every single weekend. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right into this one. I have ES pulled up on the weekly chart, and lo and behold, first prediction of 2026 has happened. We did take out new all-time highs on ES. And as you can see, the volume balance here on the weekly candles provided support in order to make that happen. Now let's go ahead and jump right into the daily for a little bit more detail. So as you can see right here, we took out new all-time highs on Friday, NFP week. And you can see that Thursday we did drop down. I mean, it may have been a little scary, but we were only coming back into this fair value gap right here just to reclaim that fair value gap. And then we opened up on Friday, use this fair value gap once again to take out new all-time highs. And real quick, let's go down to the 1 hour chart just to see how everything played out. You can see the drop here. It was using this small fair value gap on the daily chart. The bodies of the candles, they're well above this fair value gap. Remember, this is the 1 hour chart. And then here we have a tap back into it and never came back again. NFP like 8:30 on Friday was a little wild, but eventually you can see that we started climbing up and take out new all-time highs. All right, so what am I expecting from this point forward? Well, you know, we just took out new all-time highs. I'm not exactly sure whether this is going to be a sweep and we go down lower, or if we're going to just keep on continuing higher. But remember, when we're at all-time highs, we want to maintain that bullish bias and try to look for setups to keep going long, to keep going up. Not exactly sure how far we can reach for. If we do a quick projection here on the 1 hour, let's see if we take this low to this high. So you can see we have a negative 1.5 standard deviation here, but I think we could even go higher and aim for the negative 2 standard deviation here at 7,038. All right, so moving on to Nasdaq. Here is the weekly chart, and you can see that Nasdaq is still quite a ways away from new all-time highs. I'm not going to bank on Nasdaq making a new all-time high. We could get a lower high, and with ES with making a new all-time high, we could get a SMT divergence that way. But one thing I am looking at still are these relative equal highs here on the weekly. I think this is still a pretty good target. I'm just not sure we're going to go for new all-time highs or not. But looking at the weekly chart, you can see we have this weekly volume imbalance. We've been going through it. We have one candle down, one candle up, so it's kind of balanced now. We may not pay attention to this, but I'm going to keep it on the chart just for the time being. Now let's go ahead and jump into the daily chart. You can see where we are targeting here. This is a daily fair value gap with equal highs here, a lot of liquidity. This is going to be my primary target for Nasdaq. And then zooming in here, we have that weekly volume imbalance. And as you can see, we do have a volume balance here on the daily, and over here as well, we have that big suspension block. And we really did some work in here. I don't expect us to go down below the suspension block if we are going to maintain our bullish bias. Thursday, we did drop down, but you can see we have a fair value gap here on Nasdaq. This wasn't apparent in ES, but it is here on Nasdaq. And you can see the bodies are pretty much staying in the upper half of that fair value gap. It was also using this wick right here in the midpoint, the 25 and 75% level. The bodies are pretty much staying above the 75% level. And then this daily fair value gap, we may see something down on the 1 hour chart, but with this closure above this daily fair value gap, even though we tapped into the daily volume balance and it may look like we're going to just use this to go down lower, I'm banking on us going up even up even higher to reach for these relative equal highs and go into that daily fair value gap. All right, that's going to do it this time. Hopefully it was short and sweet. Of course, I am going to be on vacation for the next couple of weeks. I'll try to get stuff out there for you guys, but it may be problematic. But anyways, I hope you guys found some insight in this one. Please like the video and subscribe for more analysis like this. And until next time, safe trading.